Okay, so we're doing 2.3 today because 2.2 is a little shorter, so we're going to do that tomorrow along with another lesson. So we're going a little bit out of order today. So 2.3, today all we're doing is translating word problems, which we started doing in the last unit, but today we're going to actually solve them. Okay, so get your Cornell notes set up. It's purely examples today. So example 1. Yeah, I do want you to write it so that you know what the problem is when you go back in your notes. So today we are surfing, and the cost of surfing lessons is $15 per day plus $5 for every hour. So I want to know how many hours was a surfing lesson that cost $65. Yeah. So that way when you go back to your notes, you know what the first problem was. Yeah. On your homework, you don't have to write it because it's already on the worksheet for you. Okay guys, so the first thing that we want to do in word problems is we need to identify what our variable is. Okay, so what is the thing that can change in this problem? What's the thing that changes? The number of hours that you have your lesson. So we're going to let H equal hours. And we always need to define that variable. So we always need to say, here's the variable I'm using, this is what it stands for. And then we want to write out our equation. So in this problem, no matter how many hours you spend at your surfing lesson, you're still going to pay $15 for the day. So that's our initial startup cost, $15. Plus, so what operation is that? Addition. Plus $5 for every hour. So every hour you pay another $5. So if my lesson was 1 hour, how much would I be paying? 5 plus 15, right? What if it was 2 hours? 25. Okay, so guys, how are you getting those numbers? What are you doing? We're multiplying what? 5 times the number of hours, right? 5H. Okay, so I'm going to spend $15 no matter what, plus $5 times the number of hours. And I'm telling you that we paid $65, so everything is going to equal, 65. So I want to find out how many hours the surfing lesson costs. So what do I need to do to solve for H? The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract 15 from both sides. 15 minus 15 is 0, so I'm left with 5H equals 50. And then to solve for H, I divide by 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1, so I'm just left with H equals 10 what? 10 hours. Solving the equations is everything that we've been practicing so far. The hardest part in these is being able to translate it. So figure out what it is we are trying to solve. Okay, so far so good?
Yes.
All right, let's look at example 2. So example 2, membership to a video rental club, costs $60 a year and $2 for every game rented. At the end of the year, John spent $346. How many videos did he rent? So get that written down first. Alright, so what is our variable this time? What is it that keeps changing? The number of games rented. Okay, so I'm going to let G equal games rented. Okay. And what's my equation going to be? No matter what, I'm going to pay what? $60. Okay, $60 plus, how much does each game cost? 2. So it's going to be 2 times G. So 2 times the number of games rented. And we know that John spent $346. So equals 346. So now this is just a 2-step equation that we already know how to solve. We want to get G by itself. So first we have to subtract 60 from both sides. 60 minus 60 gives me 0. So on the left, I'm left with just 2G equals 346 minus 60, 286. And then lastly, to solve for G, divide both sides by 2.
143.
So G equals 143 what? Games. Yes.
What if you did it this way? What if you did 346 minus 60, which would equal 286, and then you left 286 divided by 2.
That's exactly what I did.
Why not? Without, like if you set it up different without the 2?
Have me look at it. On our homework, there's something like example 4. You don't need to write this down, just look really quickly. Okay, they give me a quadrilateral and they give me the length of all these different sides. And the perimeter, they say, is 50. What is perimeter? How do I find perimeter? I add it all up together, so what am I going to add? 2x minus 3, that's this one, plus 8x minus 8, plus 7x plus 4, plus 9x, all of that equals 50. We're going to have to combine like terms here. So combine all the x's, combine all of the constants, and then you solve for x. Okay? Try that on your own. And if you have problems, we'll go over it tomorrow since we fell a little bit behind today. Okay? Okay, your homework tonight is worksheet 3. Remember, this is 2.3, so your homework is worksheet 3. Okay? Okay.